All right, welcome back to Al's Home Kitchen Pizzeria. Today we're going to show you how to use the dough that we let rise for 72 hours in my previous video, how we're going to use that to make an amazing stromboli. So all we really need is your choice of meats and cheeses. I've got some salami, some pepperoni, some ham, and some American cheese and mozzarella cheese. You can choose whatever you like. It really doesn't matter. We've got our dough, and we've got some olive oil, and I put a little bit of cheese on top of it after we form it up. So got some flour. We're going to go ahead and get our dough ball out. This has been in the refrigerator for 3 full days, so it's going to be really amazing dough. Again, just let gravity let it do its work. You don't want to mess the dough up too bad. We're just going to coat all of the sides with flour and throw it down on our work surface. And then we're going to kind of work it out just like we do a pizza dough. We're not going to be as worried about the edges though, because we're not trying to form a crust with this one per se. Add flour as you need. You don't want to overdo it with this one because we do want it to stick together as we roll it up. And opposed to your normal pizza, you want this to be more oblong. So as we're forming it, we're going to kind of pull it out and not try to make it round. Don't worry if it's not perfectly rectangular, it's not really that big of a deal. All right, so once we get it spread out pretty nice like that, then we can start by adding our toppings. So I'm gonna start with putting the American cheese down first. I'm gonna put about 3 slices of that, and then I'll add a little bit of ham. Again, whatever toppings you prefer. There's really no right or wrong on this. And then I'm gonna go ahead and add some pepperoni. We'll add a nice little bunch of mozzarella cheese on here. And then to top it off, we'll put a little bit of salami. Now what you want to do here is you don't want it to get too close to this edge because we do need to be able to roll onto that. You want to take this edge here and gently fold it over until you get just beyond the ingredients. And then you want to push it down so that you kind of form a sealed pocket where all your meat and cheese is at. And then we're going to roll it over again. And then we're going to take this end and we're going to kind of pull it up over back towards you. As you get all of that done, you want to push down on the edges here. Make sure you're beyond where the meat's at because you don't want that sticking out the end. And then I just use a knife for this. You can use a cutter if you want. And then I just cut off the excess dough that's there. And you want to make sure that's all pinched up and sealed nicely. And then on the side here, you want to also make sure that that seam is sealed completely. Just kind of pinch it closed. All right, so now we've got it all sealed up nice. So now what we want to do is we want to add a little bit of escape for the steam that's going to form. So we're going to cut little slits across it to let the steam escape so that it doesn't blow up on us in the oven here. Once we get that done, we're just going to put a little bit of olive oil. If you have a brush, that's fine. I'm just going to use my hand and just kind of lightly put olive oil over the surface. That'll help it brown up a little bit. And then I'm going to sprinkle a little bit of Romano cheese on top. And then unlike when I do my pizzas, I am going to use parchment paper for this because this will make a mess in your oven. So we're going to get a piece of parchment paper, which doesn't want to stay rolled out for me currently. We're going to get this on the parchment paper. I'm going to put that on our peel, and then we're going to put this on a pizza steel in the oven or a stone that's been preheating for probably close to an hour is best at 425 degrees. We're going to pop this in about 10 minutes or so. We'll rotate it if we need to even the cooking out, and then we'll let it go for another 4 or 5 minutes until it's done. All right, so there we are. There's our stromboli out of the oven. You can see it's nice and browned on the bottom, nice on the top. You can cut this however you want. I'm just gonna cut this in half right now just to kind of show you what it looks like inside. Got all your melted cheeses and, ooh, that's hot. But there you go. There's your stromboli recipe. Make sure you subscribe and like if you enjoyed what you saw. Thank you.